Woo! Let's date some waifus. Welcome. The bicycle road race is known as a really harsh sport. The hill climb in the middle is hell too. While putting strain on every muscle in your body, you have to continue pedaling without any brakes to climb a steep hill. At that time, I always think, I can't do this anymore. I'll make this race my last. Even though I think that every time, in the end, I still take part in the next race. I've endured severe training so that I don't have to put my feet down halfway through the hill climb. Why do I do that? Because once I finish the hill climb, I'm waiting for my reward. I know that feel all too much. That is too relatable. Nothing compares to the feeling of cutting through the wind as I race down the downhill section at blistering speed. At that moment, I feel an incredible rush. Then I realize that I've forgotten about everything. The pain of the hill climb, the strain on every muscle in my body, and the days of hard practice. It's not a matter of whether I win or lose the race. I just enjoy it, and that's why I continue to ride. And that's how it should have been. This is getting spicy already. Should've. What happened? We may never know. I still didn't have much life experience at that time, and it was something beyond my imagination. Suddenly, without warning, something was taken from me. I could also say shut away or lost. However, to directly express the emotion I felt at that time, taken was the word that fits best. So there was one thing that I learned. Life isn't all about having fun. I gained a lesson in life. The thing I lost was everything. I let myself get depressed about this, but I should have thought about it a little more. If something could be taken from me so abruptly, then something could be given to me just as suddenly. Dude lost his girlfriend. The wind blew, a gentle but strong wind. It would not be unreasonable to call it an encounter. What could this be the start of? Even now there's still no way for me to know. This is like Seikano. The windmill is turning. People are overwhelmed just because of the size of the enormous things. This unnatural silhouette serves a function, but to those who don't know what it is, it would appear to be something very bizarre. Oh. Okay, don't press space. I was very confused for a second. I was like, what's happening? Whoops. With so many lined up like this, it could be said to be even more overwhelming. But why is that? The sight of the white windmills lined up on the green hills somehow seems so picturesque. This is amazing, to think that something like this could be made. At the very least, 5 years ago, there was nothing here, just a wide open space. I heard they were getting to build a large-scale renewable energy research facility. The cell phone in my pocket vibrated to tell me I had received a text. Wow! Exciting. It's from Anchan. Ding. To I. Did you arrive here already? Sorry I couldn't come to meet you. My name is written using a Chinese character read as Aoi. It's a difficult character and is often mistaken for Midori. Incidentally, whether it's Aoi or Midori, it is often mistaken for a girl's name, which causes a few problems. I'll quickly write a reply. I hardly ever use text, so I find the key touch awkward to use. I got here a little too early, so I'm just going for a stroll. The windmills are amazing. The reply came quickly. They're great, aren't they? It's the new famous spot of Kazagara. If you have any problems, contact me anytime. Anchan. Thank you, Anchan. As I sent this text, I sat down on the grass. This place is on the hillside, so from where I was able to gaze at the lake and the town that stretches across the opposite bank. The rapid redevelopment of the town of Kazugara meant that the remnants of the old buildings from the Showa era intermingled with the modern architecture. The view expresses both the past and the future at the same time. Question mark. Something white flitted across my field of vision. For a moment it looked like one of the windmill blades had come flying off, but there's no way that could happen. What the hell is going on? Is it a paper airplane? I wonder. I got up and headed down the slope to look for it. The paper airplane, gliding gently, eventually lost its momentum and descended. Gotcha! I ran ahead of it. It did a small jump and caught it in midair. Where did this come flying from? Judging by direction, it had to come from the top of the hill. At a time and place like this, could there be someone here besides me? Well, maybe. I took the paper airplane with me as I climbed up the slope. Just as I was able to see the top, it is Saikano. Okay, maybe not. I was expecting to see Kaho. Megami. A sudden gust of strong wind blew the paper airplane out of my hand. Ah, hey, wait! I chased after the paper airplane and ran up the slope. This is intense. What does the paper airplane mean? Moon runes. Yes. Then, just as I finally caught it... Wait, this place is so futuristic. There's so much green energy here. Holy shit. Oh, is she in a wheelchair? Or was that a regular chair? There was someone on top of the hill. It was a girl sitting in a wheelchair. Oh, it is a wheelchair. Oh, that's unfortunate. Looking fleetingly into the distant sky, a sudden breeze blew her hair and she combed it back with her fingers. Against the background of the blue sky and windmills that spread across my view, the girl's black hair and white blouse looked incredible. I agree. It was as if I was looking at a completed work of art. The girl noticed me. Oh no. It's happening. At first I thought I should make an excuse for why I was there. It was like I had stepped into her world without permission, and I started to feel guilty. She's not saying anything. Some guy had just suddenly appeared, so perhaps she was being cautious. To assure her the reason why I had come here, I held out the paper airplane. Did you throw this? Oh my god, she's blushing. The moment she saw it, her facial expression stiffened. You don't just ask someone that. It's very rude. She looked like she was welling up. Suddenly, tears appeared in those delicate eyes. Oh my god, I made her cry. Huh? What? The tears that had welled up in the corners of her eyes came running straight down. So it got to you. As I watched, great big tears came rolling down her cheeks. Huh? Ah, hey. I really messed this girl up by taking this paper airplane. Without thinking, I walked up beside her. What's wrong? Do you hurt somewhere? Shakes head. As she shook her head, she touched the hand that I had unconsciously held out as if she were clinging to it. Her hand was small and trembling. I was scared. Squeeze. She gently squeezed my hand. It's okay now. I didn't even know what the situation was. However, as I answered, I squeezed her hand back. What the What? What the fuck? We went from squeezing hands to chickens. Peck, peck, peck. Ow, ouch. Before I knew it, there was something like a chicken at my feet and all of a sudden it started pecking me. What the hell is going on? Are these just like random wild chickens? Do those exist? Ga ga gwa. That's not even a chicken! What the hell? Peck, peck, peck. Ow, that hurts. What is this thing?
やめて、やめなさい。ハット？
Stop that hat. Hat, as it was called, calmed down at her command. Is this her pet? Quack. Is it a duck?
Is it a duck?
Well, it's not a chicken. With a yellow beak and white feathers, it was a duck that looked like a chicken. Has this guy seen a chicken? What? I've never seen a duck that looked like a chicken before. For some reason, it was wearing a hat to look fancy.
私が泣いたから。
Wait, she can control her duck chicken with her emotions. That's next level.
あなたが泣かせたと勘違いしたみたい。
It seems like he mistakenly thought that you made me cry. Ah, so this is how surprising it is to be suddenly attacked by an animal. However, thanks to that, it looked like she had stopped crying. Is a towel okay? Wow. He's going straight into the question. Look at that, she's surprised. I don't carry a handkerchief around with me. As I said that, without waiting for her to reply, I took a hand towel out of my bag. Of course, it had been washed, so it was clean. What is that implying? Of course it was washed. Why would it not be? Why would I have a hand towel on me? Thank you. Why were you crying if it hurts somewhere?
そうじゃないわ。
That's not it. As she answered, she pointed to one of the wheels of her wheelchair. It had lost its air and had collapsed. Well, that sucks. You got a flat tire? It seems so weird to ask a
ここ
wheelchair.
で立ち往生していたの。
Because of that, I've
も
been
う
stuck
1時
here.
間もよ。
I've been here for an hour already. Wow. Is there no one watching over her? It's a terrible thing to happen. Just a mere flat tire. For her is like having her legs taken away. Don't you have a cell phone?
部屋に置いてきた。
You left it in. Come on, girl. You gotta be smarter than that. She answered, dismayed.
だから、他
That's
の
what-
方法で助けを呼ぼうと思って。
That's why I thought of another way to call for help.
そしたら SOS を受け取って来てくれた人がいたから。
That way, if there was someone who can get my SOS and come here for me. SOS? Oh, this? The paper airplane. I opened up the paper airplane that I still had in my hand. I'm in trouble. Someone help me. I'm on Windmill Hill. So when someone arrived carrying the paper airplane, she felt relieved and started to cry. Now she was fine, but until now she was just shaking. That must have been how scared she was. Hold on a moment. The bag at my feet rustled as I rummaged around inside it. When she saw the tools that I had taken out, she seemed confused. Would it be okay for you to get out for a moment? Is this guy just a wheelchair expert or something? What the hell?
どうして？
Why? I'm gonna fix it. You can't go anywhere if you have a flat tire, can you?
そうだけど。
Well, yes, but, would you be able to give me a hand? Oh my
貸
god,
してもらってもいいかしら。
she's blushing again. Don't touch hands, it's lewd. Of course, getting out of the wheelchair is not easy for her. What should I do? Oh my god, this is so awkward. From the methods I'd seen on TV, the care workers do it by embracing them from the front. How is it? You're not just gonna like push him out from the back. We both looked as though we imagined that situation and froze.
やっぱり自分で。
Okay, I don't think she can do it herself. Excuse me a moment. Huh? Eek. As I put my arms around her sides to her back, I suddenly lifted her up. That was a noise. Whoa, she's so light. Because she was much lighter than I'd expected, there was a bit too much momentum. Oh my god, they're going down the hill. Hup! Oh my god. Before she could grasp the situation, I put her down on the soft grass. Blushing. Ooh. I'll have it done soon, so hold on a moment. Well, it's not like she can go anywhere. Sure. Oh, I'm cute. I'm hot. Look at me. Damn. Nice. They're made in the same way as bicycle tires. I immediately started on the repairs. She's behind me, so I can't have her expression. So I can't see her expression, but I had a feeling that I was being stared at with contempt. As I was quietly working, the duck was waddling around me and pecking at the soil. Is this duck your pet?
ううん
No, he isn't. We're housemates.
ただの同居に
What? What? Who's housemates with a duck? Exactly, housemate. What?
散歩しようと思ったら勝手についてきちゃったのよ。
I thought I'd go outside, but he started to follow me.
あとあんまり遠くへ行っちゃダメよ。置いてっちゃうんだから。
I like how it's named Hat, though. That's a good name, especially since he has the... It's like a fedora, but it's on a duck. That's pretty cool.
わあ
Ah. Do ducks recognize their own names? When he's called, he responds by turning around. Hey, he's pretty smart.
そうなのよ。だから困るの。いたずらばっかりして。
Yes, he is. That's why he's so much trouble. He's always getting into mischief. As I looked at the duck, I saw her legs laid out in the grass in my field of vision. So she can't move them? There are a number of reasons why people need to use a wheelchair, but it looked like she had a disability in her legs. When I picked her up just now, her body stiffened up with surprise, but there was no strength at all in her legs. The duck returned from his little excursion. While walking around her, he would occasionally try to jump up onto her lap. Get off me, stupid duck, she said as she made him get down again. As I watched this exchange from the corner of my eye, I fixed the flat tire.
男の子ってすごいのね。そんな道具いつも持ち歩いてるんだ。
Boys are great, aren't they? They always walk around with those kinds of tools. Yup. I always have a handy dandy tool in my backpack. Yep. That's not really the case, though. I sometimes carry them with me.
私草の上に座るのなんて久しぶり。柔らかくて気持ちいい。
Ooh. This is the first time I've sat on the grass in ages. It's soft and feels nice. This poor girl. As she said that, she made a little sound as she stretched.
いいところよね。
This is a nice place, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it is.
部屋の窓から見えるのよ。一度来てみたかったの。
I can see it from my window. I wanted to come here just once. The wind blows through here. 5 years ago, there were no windmills, though.
5年前
5 years ago? I've just come back to this
そう
town.
なんだ。
Oh, really? She directed her gaze at something far away.
じゃああなたは故
そう
郷に帰ってきたんだ。
So you've come back to your hometown. Yeah. She suddenly looked down and seemed lonely, and strangely sad. There was an awkward silence as I continued working. Well, I like Hat, he's my favorite character. The duck twisted its neck to look up at the sky.
どうしたのハット。
What is it, Hatto? She was tempted to look up too.
何かしらあれ。
I think that's a cloud? Not 100% sure though. What's that?
何か飛んでる。
Something is flying again. It's a cloud. There was something floating in the air. It was crossing the lake and gradually getting closer. Okay, well that's an airplane. Or one of those mechanical airplanes things. At first I thought it was that paper airplane that she had thrown down coming back to us, but it wasn't. It crossed the lake and eventually reached the air above the small hill where we were. An airplane? It's not paper, it's a real plane. Wow! But what is this? It's a silhouette. Its silhouette is much thinner than any plane I know, and the wings are really big.
グライダーだ。
It's a glider. Wow!
間違いない。あ
That's a glider. Wow! A glider? Look at it go! I repeated the name as if to confirm it, and then looked to the sky once more. Wow! With its big white wings and wide silhouette, it reminded me of somewhat of a seagull.
ほら見て旋回してる綺麗ね
Hey, look, it's turning. It's so pretty. The glider, question mark, is continuing to turn leisurely above our heads. It's flying ever so slowly.
当然よ水力がないんだもの
Of course, it doesn't have any thrust. She's a airplane scientist. As it proceeded slowly across the blue sky, it seemed to be floating rather than
あん
flying.
な風に飛ぶんだ
To fly on the wind like that, it looks like it would feel nice. Yeah,
降りてきた
it's coming down. The turning glider looked as if it had given up on rising and came down toward the top of our hill. I mean, it's not like it was coming down to land. It was just reducing its altitude. Why don't we try waving? They might notice us. Yeah. She earnestly stretched out her hand and waved toward the white aircraft floating in the sky. Hi!
わわ
Quack. Look at it go. Wow. I don't know if the pilot noticed us or not. However, the wings reflected a gleaming light, and it really did look as if it was answering us calling out to it. Then, the glider turned its back to us and flew away, back to the other side of the lake where it had come from.
ちょっと
Aw man, it's gone. She mumbled sadly as she lowered her hand. Well, that's unfortunate. But what a experience though. Extend the little wings which fly in this sky highly.